So part of this YouTube experiment is, sure, I can show you guys and everything, but also it shows me, like I have a timeline and a way to effectively go back and look at the differences to learn from. So it's basically a bonus, right? You guys learn, I learn. So what we have here is two Mexicolas and one Haas. This one is a Mexicola. After overwintering, I brought these outside. This other one on the left is a Mexicola as well. And then the one in the front is a Haas. I brought these guys inside over winter, then brought them outside in the early spring into a mostly shaded area, mostly getting daylight sun. So I'm looking at these leaves, and at first I was kind of thinking, is this rust, um, and whatnot. So what I'm going to end up doing, looking at this too, looks like it could be rust. So we are a couple weeks to a month later. So again, looking at the leaves, leaves tell you, or the first signs of what they need, right? So could be rust, could be watering. Looking, the furthest part of the plant's going to suffer first. So when you're looking at the edge of the leaves and they're darker, sure, there's a salt buildup from the water if your water is not filtered, but then also you can tell that it needs water, right? You're just getting kind of brown on the edge of the leaves, and chamomile. What I'm trying to do here is make a microclimate, get them all close together, and to the left of it, some taller trees that can also protect from the sun and wind. Alright, now I'm coming out here another month or so. As you can see here, we have browning. What I've noticed with avocados is that's underwatering. It needs more water. The top is looking great, so I know it's not dead or anything. It is growing. This is new growth. But some of those older extremities from the bottom, from the furthest from the root, um, it'll start to look like this when it needs water. The Mexico in the back, I'm wondering if that's rust or is there something else going on? Alright, so here we are again. Now look what we're doing. I cut off that dying part of the Haas. That was a water issue. And everything's looking great, right? So I increased the watering. And that's where I cut it off. Might have cut it too low. I was trying to keep the other one. But this, I'm thinking it's rust. These are all in grow bags. I start everything in grow bags for the first couple years. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with some neem oil. And then I'm also going to hit it with some more water, increase the watering. And it's funny, these two Mexicolas are exactly the same, from the same place. And one looks completely different, not doing anything different to it. In the same same area. So no two plants are created the same. Every plant needs an individual care. Need to come out every day, see what the differences are. I like growing things from smaller because it allows me to know its history. It's cheaper in a sense, even though you put a whole lot of money into fertilizing and all that sort of thing, but that can be mitigated depending. And then also the root structure. I want some strong roots, and I don't want them to be staked forever, So I'm also looking at these leaves, and they look a little bit droopy, so that's another sign. But yeah, all this in here. I'm gonna neem oil it and increase the water and see what that looks like. And these are good bugs. I used to think you really learn your surroundings. Like I used to think that these are bad bugs, but they're akin to like ladybugs. They eat a lot of the smaller things. They're everywhere. I like that. All right, so here's another thing. So I'm looking at these leaves. I increase the water. What the heck is this? Increase the water. Look at the recovery on these leaves. Most of your things can be fixed with water. You don't need to do a whole lot of things. I didn't give it more food, fertilizer, nothing like that. I just simply increase with water. Water and light the proper lighting and the proper watering can completely change things, right? And then I'm looking at these leaves, and they're a little droopy. It tells me that it's thirsty. So I'm coming out here a couple times a day as it's starting to get warmer and seeing what it looks like so I can figure out my drip schedule and increase it or try to get it in water at the times when it's drooping. So if I come out here 3 times a day, so early in the day, so say 8 o'clock, and then I come out here about 1 or 2 when it's the hottest, and then right before the sun goes down and see what these leaves look like. Plants will literally tell you what they need if you pay attention to them. And avocados are definitely something that respond instantly. Like I guarantee if I give these some water, that drooping's going to stop. But it's just crazy to me how different these two look, and they're the same same place, same time planted. This one just kind of stopped. It's not looking any bad though. It's not getting any worse, but it's not much changing. Roots are pretty strong. You know, that little bit of wind hitting it helps, but I kind of got this blockage, and these avocados, look how flimsy they are. Got them older, and these won't look like that because of the way that I'm treating them. Right? But see how those are drooping? Like, just compare them. And I guarantee within no time. Microclimates, guys. This area holds in a little bit more humidity, got a lot of green, things protecting itself, understory plants, upper story plants, as they grow in, become a little bush. The things that will protect will be on the outside, like this Fioa. These are really bushy, will block some of that wind. Look at these guys. And you actually want some of that wind to hit. It makes its roots stronger. You don't want it to be tied to a post of any sort. You want it to build itself up. And I'm out here again. Droopy. So I'm just going to give it some water right now. And like I said, I'll check on it. I guarantee this will change in like 15-20 minutes. I'll come back out and these will be back up. Pay attention to your garden. Your garden will talk to you if you know how to listen. I do try to come out here and sing to my plants and talk to them. I feel like that helps. If anything, I'm pouring love, my soul into this, and I generally think it's going to come out in my harvest. It's weird. I love gardening. Let's go.